details. For those of you who are popping in, please be sure to say hello. My name is Ellen Woodbridge and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Australia. So I sell Stampin' Up! Products that I use in my videos and act as a bit of a creative coach to help you guys create your own projects at home when allowed, considering I am currently in a hard lockdown, as in our region, well, a large part of our state is. I do run in-person classes. I have done a Zoom class this month, which I did it twice, which was a lot of fun. And next month I have a launch of a new catalogue. Not sure what's going to happen, whether that's going to be in person, online. Well, I'm just kind of playing it by ear, and I will make a decision at the start of the month, I think. Hello, Miss Roz. Thank you so much for joining. So last video on Tuesday, you guys made a choice of what we're playing with, because we currently have our designer series paper sale going, and I've shown quite a few papers from this collection, or these collections live with you girls. So what I thought I would do is hand it over to you guys. Hello, Ethel. Welcome live. Hey, Felicity. Hey, Kathy. And you guys really wanted me to play with In Good Taste, which is a massive double pack of paper, which I may have more than a pack of, and Tidings of Christmas. So we're going to have some Christmas in July. Hey, Margaret. Hey, Margine. So we're going to have some Christmas in July and parlay with 2 packs. Now, in addition to that, I have grabbed out the matching Tidings and Trimmings stamp set. I have also grabbed out, so with the stamp set you can bundle the dies, which is the Christmas Tiding dies. And I grabbed out some bling. So I've grabbed out the gold and the rose gold metallic specialty paper. I've grabbed out something that's coming. Hey, Miss Margine. I've grabbed out something that's coming, which is the Bee Dazzling. This is a free item available next month and in September during celebration. So I've grabbed those out. So I have no preconceived idea of what we're doing, but I've grabbed out some things to help us along the way to creating a card. Whether it's 2 cards, I'm not sure, but we're definitely making 1 card. So I'm just grabbing you girls up, or you guys, because quite often there are a few guys that pop in, and I love that. I know Brenton and Clout love to drop in and say hello. So if you aren't one of the gals, please be sure to say hello, because I've even had a male team member. My dear friend Mark was a team member for quite a while, and we loved having Mark around. It was when I started collecting some team members and some awesome people to craft with. They're just my crafting family, my gorgeous wicked woodies. So yeah, please be sure to say hi. I will flick us around now and we will get looking at the papers and seeing what we are creating. So tell me how your last couple of days have been, because I need to hear of you girls before I tell you my I won't call it a harrowing story, but it's quite interesting. Good. Hello, Miss Kathy. Okay, I'm collecting Kathy's again today. I was about to press the end button rather than flicking you girls, or you. I shouldn't say that. I should know better. Hello, Miss D. How are you, Mr. Linda? My lovely. Hello, Brianna. Please tell me I'm saying that correctly, Brianna. Okay, I think we're good. I'll pull most of the things over. I will go turn off my overhead light and I'll be back and we'll work out what we're using out of these packs. Now, I was recently asked in one of my recent live streams over the past week, what is my favourite paper? I find it really hard to choose between my children, which are my supplies. I do have real children, but you get what I mean. And I defaulted to the most versatile, which is In Good Taste. So I'm going to start there. So these two papers are 15% off at the moment, along with all the other papers on my flyer. Now, this is the Australian flyer. I think there may be a few little differences, maybe. Brina. Sorry, Brina. Right. I think because I know Brianna's, I don't know. Look, it's been a 24 hours. So let's have a look at this paper. And while we're creating and doing some non-talky, showy things, I'll explain what's been going on. I love this set because of all the wood grain. I'm going to pop this over. All the wood grain and the tiles and the textiles. This is like a gessoed canvas. All the neutral things, even though this is pink and this is blue, there are so many neutral, well used. This is like a upholstery textile. Got a lighter wood, like a knit. That would make a beautiful jumper. Then we have some more gesso background, got some herringbone tile. We've got this one, we've got this other great wood grain, another upholstery. So this is a different wood grain again, and a tile. So these are real tiles. So we have like more of a slate here with an upholstery. It's a really, really versatile pack. This is more of your rustic floorboards. And we've got a nice hexagonal tile. And what else have we got that I haven't shown? Shown that one. What's this one hiding by its lonesome on the back? And then we've got, oh, this one. I love this one. I think this is my only sheet left of this. It's like a marble tile. I actually have pieces of this in my feature tile in my bathroom. And then we've just got a nice like white gessoed background at the back. Oh, who's charged up? Hang on. Hi, Pamela. Yes, I'm charged up, Delinda. There is more to the story. I can tell you the full story rather than just what was written on my Facebook pages. Yes, the wood grain papers are amazing. And that's... Oh, how did my husband go after getting the jab? He felt pretty lousy yesterday for periods. All of his symptoms passed. He's feeling okay today. Bit of a sore arm today, but he's feeling okay. So I'm going to leave these papers open like this because we're going to be rifling through them in a second. Now, if you hear any noises outside, Owen is outside with Louisa whilst they are on a school break. So just if you hear, she wears a bell. So if you hear them, that's what's going on. Hello, Miss Cindy. Hello, Lisa. Right, so this is the Tidings of Christmas paper 6x6 pack, which means you get a bazillion 6x6s. So we are also going to be choosing some papers. Now, this is not a full pack anymore. Oh, I love this one. I think we need to put a piece of this aside because it's my fave. And I do love the herringbone on the back. So in one of my recent Pick 6 Wondered classes, I did use this pack as one of my Pick 6s are made 14 cards out of 6 pieces of this designer series paper. So I feel like I've chosen my focal DSP. I might just add in this red stripe, and I really like this one as well, and it's got the Sahara sand on the back. So I'm just going to pull a few out, and they are all of our papers, okay? And I love this. I want to say it's soft succulent. Let's see what it says on the back. Is it so? Yes, I love this soft succulent as well. But we've got to think well, I think I'm adding in a wood grain. I think a wood grain would look nice, and I think I will add this paper in again in a video before the end of the month, and we'll try and use a tile and or a textile and see if we can include it with one of our other papers. Yes, she is our Miss Congeniality, our welcome hostess, which I love. Hello, Christine from Ballarat. Did you guys have frost this morning? We had a frost here this morning, so I'm assuming you had a frost. Okay, thank you to my welcoming committee. I do appreciate you guys jumping in while I am jabbering on. So I'm going to put my 3 papers like this, and I'm going to go through. I do like this one. See, when I put all these 3 papers, this doesn't compete, it tones. So these wood grains are the right tone to this, to the Evening Evergreen, the Misty Moonlight. Thank God I received 2 full packs of Misty Moonlight A4 paper yesterday. I had 0. Ballarat is in country Victoria. I will answer that. I just didn't know if Victoria had a frost this morning. So, yeah. Ballarat is a beautiful. I have actually been to Ballarat. Is that really sad? I've almost chosen straight off what I want to use. I think that's the same one. Yep, that's the same one. I think this is like way too light, and I think this one is way too dark. But let's just do a check. Hello, Miss Tracy. Tracy, did you see how that one competes? It doesn't tone in. This one tones in, but I've just used this one to make 20 cards. So I wanna share my love between the papers. So this is this one, and that one works really, really well. Oh, see, I think this one will go, but I think it's a bit too rustic, where the other one's a bit more like your engineered flooring. Hello, Miss Jamie Ramsey. How are you? That is where Dr. Oh, is it? Yes, it is, Cindy. Yes, it is. But yeah. We don't talk about that series anymore in Australia because unfortunately, yes, there were allegations and yes, someone's name has been pulled through the mud there. Okay, so I have definitely chosen which paper I want, so I'm going to pop this aside. Just let me move my scraps here. Okay, so I'll definitely pull this out for another video because there's so many goodies to play with in here. Yes, exactly. So, right. I'm assuming you guys want to hear about me getting stranded on my electric wheelchair yesterday, because it's kind of the topic at the moment. Oh, hello, Miss Rose. I'm assuming you didn't get given any more work, Miss Rose. I'm just working out which way I would like to cut this paper, but it really doesn't matter because every wood plank is going to work. So yesterday I had the lovely Miss Ivy here, and we were doing, she wanted to come here for her online learning day yesterday. I might just take the darker side, so we're darker on this side and lighter on this side, but I'm just going to take the darker side. Yeah, I'm going to do it like this. And she wanted to do her online learning here, no issues at all. So we went out for a bit of a walk during her first break, and I had to deliver a birthday card a belated birthday card to a friend of mine who lives in the next street. So we went around and she rode her bike and I was on my electric wheelchair, all awesome. Came back, put my electric wheelchair where it's meant to live. I've also been on some other walks recently, and I neglected to charge it after all of these times. But they were all short, quick walks, you know, nothing spectacular. Ah, lovely. Hello, Miss M. Yes, exactly. I know what you mean. I knew what you mean. If you're there with M, you guys are in the home office. And then we went out on a big walk because I had to put some stuff in the post box because I've got some birthdays coming up and I'm not obviously going to see my workmate or my cousin. And we went to the post box. She's on her bike, so you know I'm going full pelt down this bike track, which is by a creek, with Miss Ivy. So much fun. We had so much fun, great chats. On the way home, all of a sudden, my chair stops. And Ivy goes, "What's wrong, Nonna?" And I went, I've just run out of battery. And we still had to get across the main road to come home. Thankfully, I turned my machine on and off. I got across the main road. It then conked out for the second time. And Ivy's mum, my stepdaughter, had contacted me and gone, can I come pick up Ivy? And I said, we're actually stuck. This is even before I'd rung David. I said, we're actually stuck at the moment. And she went, oh dear. I wouldn't mind matting this with this. Actually, that looks quite good. And then I got myself going again, got across, and then it conked out. Of course, I had a couple of little steep inclines, which the battery was never going to help me with. And then she left us, went and picked up David and Lavender, came back because I can put my wheelchair in manual mode. There are 2 cylinders I click to pop it in manual mode. So you can push it. Mind you, it's 150 kilos on 6 wheels. So David and Lavender then pushed it about 300-400 meters home. Maybe it's a bit more. Maybe it's more like, it was less than a kilometre. They had to push it home. So the moral of the story is every time I go for anything outside the house on my electric wheelchair, because I don't use it inside the house, I must put it on charge. Yeah, it doesn't work like that. It's a huge battery. It's just, I really hadn't charged it. But yeah. So, yeah, well, I knew it was time because the school day was over, which was wonderful. So the school day had finished and we thought, we'll just go out for a quick run And it was, I was using like the highest percentage of battery I could because I was going so fast, trying to, because she was riding her bike. So, you know, you have to keep up with these young, energetic ones. Yeah, oh, a very, very long extension cord. I know. Hey, Misty. But yeah, look, we had a lot of fun. It was an adventure, and Ivy remained unfazed by what happened, and she then rode home, like rode forward, rode back, keeping everyone company because she drove me home and then walked down our street to meet Lavender, David, and Ivy. So she was definitely keeping Poppy and Lavender company. So I'm just making up some measurements here. You've seen me have a bit of a play. So I'm thinking about 5 centimetres. So I've gone 12. Did I go 12? No, yes, so I went 12 centimetres, and that will go top to bottom, and then I'll add my mat, and then I'm doing 2 5 centimetres. So we are going to be making 2 cards, but I didn't stress about anything. And then, yeah, I didn't stress about anything. Poor David had lost all sense of orientation by the time he got home. And they were both a bit stressed, but we all saw the funny part of the situation, which was good. Yeah, so that's our story from yesterday. So I'm going to put a mat around this. I'm going to go 1/2 centimetre larger. So what do you guys in America, what's your standard mat? Do you go 1/4 of an inch or 1/2 an inch? Just curious. Oh no! Oh, Cindy, it's not that hard. Okay, so 5.5 centimeters. Oh, Cindy, you crack me up, girl. Crack me up. Okay, so 5.5. So this will just give that pop of red and bring out those berries in here. 5.5. So I'm making all these decisions without even touching the stamp set or the dies or the foil and bling I've got yet. I just want to get down my basic layout, and then I can make all the rest of the decisions from there. 1/4 of an inch. Okay. Sometimes, oh, 1/8 of an inch. That's tiny. 1/8 of an inch, you'd barely see any paper. Because let me see if I can line it up well here. So 1/4 of an inch for you guys is a titch more than 1/2 centimetre for us. So that equates, oh, hang on, is that right? No. That's 1/4. Yeah, so 1/4's a bit more than 1/2 centimetre. Yeah, 1/8 of an inch would work. I sometimes do 2.5. That's okay. Oh, Laurie. Laurie, you missed the explanation of my hard day yesterday. Yes. Because Canadians, do you have 8.5 by 11 paper or A4? It would have to. Oh, I have a hidden comment. Hang on, let me view comment. Oh, what happened here? Oh dear, something happened on my replay. It's okay. Because it hid a comment for some reason. And I've got to try and see if I can view this comment. Oh, globally unhide. Cindy, it unhid your 8s and 16ths. Please don't go my head will explode. No, I don't do 8s or 16ths. You're safe here, Miss Cindy. Okay, so I'm definitely going to glue these together. Oh, did I do that wrong? I did. I totally stuffed that up. That one's right. That one's wrong. So that one's right. That one's totally wrong. But do you know what? We're just going to have this one pop up at the top and the bottom and not have the sides. That's fine. We will just work with my miss cutting. You have 8.5 and 11 as well. Oh, today has been fine, Laurie. I have got some team stuff done for having a Wicked Woodies team meeting via Zoom only, because not allowed anyone at my house. So I've got that going on Sunday, and we're doing the Pick 6 Wonder. So to everyone who has RSVP'd so far, did everyone just see what I did? I put the glue on the wrong piece. So apparently today's going amazing. I'll wait for that glue to dry, then I'll get it off. Don't mind me over here. So yeah, thanks for sharing, Laurie. Is it Laurie? Yes. Thanks for sharing. I appreciate new people finding me through you girls. You're my best advertisements. Okay. Oh dearie me. But yes, I was having a great day until I just did that unintentional glue dottage. But that's okay. We'll leave that one there. I know, Roz. No one could have said anything. Do you know what? Is that the one with Hugh Jackman? I've not seen that movie. Are you using the wood paper in Christmas? Yes. So this is in the In Good Taste paper with Christmas Tidings. Is that what it's called? In Good Tidings? Where is it? Tidings of Christmas paper. I had to find out where it was. And then I said I would probably use In Good Taste again in another project soon. Oh, no. Maria, I freely admit I stuff up all the time, except in my real life, the stuff may be replaced by another word that I shall not use or try really hard not to use on a live video, because I don't need anything banned in my life. I have too much fun with you guys. So I want all my channels open and to be able to hang out with you all. Okay. That will do. That glue is almost dry. So this is kind of where I'm thinking is doing this, because I like this, although this one will not be my favourite without the red all the way on the outside. May your days be merry and bright. See, I've used It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year quite a lot, so I'm thinking the May Your Days Be Merry and Bright will work well. Or I could just do merry and bright. So I can do that over here. And I'm thinking of what punch it may fit on. Oh, May Your Days Be Merry and Bright fits very nicely on the lovely Label Me Lovely punch. So that would work there. And I'm very much taken by these stars. So I'm thinking, because we have quite a big area up here, I would see if one of this big star may work. and not cover up too much. That may cover up a bit too much. Is that covering up too much? Opinions. Because I'd use both layers. I have a plan, you see. Do you think I can get... I kind of want an in-between star. No, too big. I like that. What colour? What colour for what? Oh, I will probably use this designer series paper actually, and then I am actually thinking. I'm more looking at size. Am I binding a quilt? Oh, sorry, that's not for me. Binding and piping. Right. It's fine with the star you have. Oh, Jan, nice. Have you been inspired, Jan, by your jaunt out to the quilt show on the weekend with your quilting? I was in another demonstrator's Zoom on the weekend, and Jan left us for a little bit and went out to a quilt show with some girlfriends. Oh, nice. Nice, Jan. Sounds lovely. It's great when you can do those projects by yourself and reuse what you have. Now, I am going to need... So the rest of these dies are really, really useful. You've got your stocking, which goes with the two stocking images on here. You've also got your stamped star. You've got your leaves, your... bow, your winter berries, and you've got the star as well, which is this one, which I think may just work. Okay, so this is where I've now got to commit to some colours, but I will pop this away just so I don't lose any to the floor, because that is a real possibility. This is almost dry. If I'd squished it, this will make it dry quicker. If I just take the heads off these, yeah, they're pretty much dry. So I can just go over with my adhesive remover and remove those. Ooh! Oh, Shelley, but then, but I could. But I wanted to use this. Or do I use this and not the background, or use the background as vellum rather than doing this? Okay, too many options. I think we need to get cutting, and whatever I've got left, I'm going to use anyway. So this sticky bit, I'll just pop over there. Now, be ready to be dazzled, because it's called Be Dazzling. These are the papers, or the two papers I wanted to try out. So because these are 6 by 6, these are perfect to go through our standard Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Okay, so I've got out the Be Dazzling, and I also wanted to grab out not the rose gold, but the gold in our specialty paper. So this one is almost like individual sequins, and I know people have called it like Studio 64 paper, and this one has like, it's like brushed, it's almost like a linen kind of texture. So we've got really blingy, and we've just got shimmer, and it's got that nice feeling to it. I know, which is why I'm only using what's on my desk besides cardstock, Cindy. So I think I'm going to cut both, and we may just do one card of each, because, hey, I've got these options today because I'm making 2 cards. So if you think that is a good idea, that's what I'll do. Ooh, good job, Shelley. You're getting it on Friday. Woohoo. Okay. Big machine. Open. Plates. Plates down. So we're going to cut the 3 stars and then we're going to go from there because I've got 2 cards, so I've just got the best of both worlds, and if anything's left over, hey, it's left over, isn't it? And I'll just use it on another project. So I can't decide whether I'm using the base or the detail, so I'll do both. So then I've got options, and while I have I wish I had 5 of these little stars actually, and crank through, crank, done. Okay, haven't missed any comments. If you were my spatula, you would be right here. Or I may just want to crank that through one more time. Sometimes with these specialty papers, it just needs a bit more pressure. There we go. Oh, and we've got that lovely embossed outline. Oh no, my little star moved completely. So my little star is unusable, but I can just quickly run that through again over here. Oh, they're so pretty. So it's basically the lining on the back of the foil. I know you girls know that have had the Stampin' Up foil. There's just like a plastic lining. So whilst it'll probably cut through the first time, it just needs that extra persuasion to disconnect from the backing paper. Good, that's there. Okay, now this paper, oh my god, I wish we had this paper in the main catalogue. Just saying. If Stampin' Up on my video listing, I want this in all the colours, although I reckon you could colour it with re-inker. Because it is so textured, I would not take my Stampin', my markers to it, my alcohol Stampin' blends, because I'd ruin all the tips. But I reckon with some re-inker and some alcohol and one of our water painters, you could colour this any colour of our Stampin' Up rainbow. This one, I'm definitely bringing it back, and hopefully that should do it, because this paper feels a little bit thicker, but this die has just popped straight off, and so is this one. So it looks like we are in business. Yep, that, so I can see from the back that has totally cut through. Okay, so now we've got some weeding to do, which is just getting out all the pieces we don't require. Our sentiment is a punch, so I don't need our machine anymore. Oh, no, Ivy gets my retired things, Shelley. Ivy does not get current things unless it's a stamp. She does not, because I want to use the offcuts. No. She thinks she's lucky. She ain't that lucky. She gets all the retired things. Well, majority of the time, if you saw her cards, there were some current things on her cards. Oh, see, that just looks gorgeous. Although I kind of need to do it from the other side because I can't see the cuts. This cut through perfectly. Just going twice through. Oh, did you see that fling? Yeah, these are coming out quite nicely. They just need a titch extra persuasion to the die brush. And that's okay. I don't mind doing this. Even better when you're watching a good TV series. I finished another TV series. I think I watched 4 seasons of something on our local television. It was a US TV series called Mistresses. It had Alyssa Milano in it, and I loved her from when she was a child actress. And then, you know, I loved Charmed when it was out. So I think I'm going to watch Shadow and Bone next. And Lavender and I watched Never Have I Ever together last year, or whenever the last series was out. So I think we're going to watch this series together, but I think it's going to be like a weekend kind of thing because they like to chill after their school day, which I really can't blame them. These 2 bits are being ultra stubborn, but leaving them in there doesn't make that much of a difference. So that's what this one looks like. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, Charmed was the best. My kids can't work out why you would go back and watch episodes that you've already watched. Now, as an adult, there aren't that many series I would do that with, but there are a number of really old series. So, like Friends, Dharma and Greg, Will and Grace, Charmed, Buffy. Am I showing you my level of things that I watched when I was younger? Yes, she was on Who's the Boss. Yes, Laurie. That's what she was on. Oh, no problems, honey. I just appreciate that you're here. Oh, good. I'm glad Shadow and Bone is wonderful. I just got a buzz. Oh, it's time to stand up. I'm glad Shadow and Bone is wonderful. I am looking forward to watching it. I've heard some good things. I watched Sweet Tooth. That was quite sweet. I asked Thea if Ivy would like it, and Thea's watched it. And when they were talking about the plot and the premise of the show, Ivy just seemed to think that she might be a bit scared, which I kind of agree with parts of it. I've sometimes, because she's been an only child for the last nearly 11 years, I sometimes forget she is only 10 and not older, because she's grown up in our adult world. Now, these ones aren't popping out quite as well, but they are coming out. It's because of the backing on the back of this paper. Like, they're cut. They really just need some extra persuasion. I wonder if someone's going to get that. Maybe I should. Hello? It's spam. Apparently, I have an alert message from Amazon. I haven't ordered anything on Amazon, although I know David has. He loves Amazon. But he gets most of his books because Amazon and Audible are the same account. So depending on who narrates the book, but that is actual spam. I hope this isn't boring, because I'm bored doing it. Or I didn't love Angel as much, Kathy. No problems, Jenny. I hope that by the sounds of it, you are still healing yourself. I hope you're getting a little bit better each day on the antibiotics. But yes, please rest. The replay will be there. We're not going anywhere unless someone swears. That would be me. Sorry, I'm just trying to get all the loose bits, so then I know they're the bits I've got. Oh, these are teeny little terrors. Oh, yeah. Did you what series was he in? He was in some detective series. Did you think it wasn't Bones? Was it? Was he in Bones? David somethings. David B. Brantz or something like that. Was he? He was in another series. But yeah, loved Buffy. Thea and I actually used to watch Buffy together. That's how long I've known Thea, that we watched Buffy together on Foxtel. Way back in the day. All the replays. And then we'd play PlayStation together. And we'd play Spyro and her eldest, her next youngest brother rather, the eldest brother would play like skating games on the PlayStation, like skateboard games, many moons ago. So very long ago. Seems like a lifetime. Nearly 20 years ago. Well, it's 20 years ago since I met Thea. I've known her more than half her life. Lucky we still like each other. Bones, and now the Rookie. Aha, that's what I was thinking of. I was thinking more the Rookie, but Bones was first. Okay. Yeah, I never watched Bones or the Rookie, actually. Nice to see these people still being successful and getting roles after all these years. It probably means they're actually nice people in real life, or you hope they're nice people in real life. Like, always love Sarah Michelle Gellar and Reese Witherspoon as well. My hand on the TV remote wasn't working last night, and Lavender and I finished watching whatever TV show we were watching, and Legally Blonde was on, and I went, oh my god, I love this movie. And Lavender watched 5 minutes with me and rolled their eyes because they were at the bend and snap scene. It's like, oh my god, there's a whole context to this, and she's in a sorority, and yeah, it was very amusing. Very amusing. In SEAL Team. No, I'm not talking to anyone. I'm actually having a thought that we could layer. What do we think if we layer this on this, and then we layer the other one on the other one? And I've lost 2 gold hearts. That works nicely, doesn't it? Mixing our metallics. I've literally lost the 2 little stars. Do you know what? I probably put them in the bin, which means they're forever gone. No, they're not in the bin. No, definitely not. Because I've been putting away like full packs of paper. But I've seriously, oh, one's already, no, they're both out of here. Yeah, oh well, they'll turn up. If you see them on my desk, tell me. I'd love to find them. 80% return. Yes! And that's what Lavender was saying. Lavender's there going, what is this on about, Mum? It was quite funny, quite cute. I really do love Reese Witherspoon. And then they were telling me the story that they watched Cruel Intentions, another one of my favourite teenage movies or late teenage movies. They watched it when they were a bit too young, and I didn't know they were watching Cruel Intentions. It's like, you can't. You shouldn't have watched that at that age. Under the mat. Nope, not under the mat. We are on a go slow today, I've decided. It's okay. I'll stand up in a sec and look, I nearly lost my stamp. It's okay. We're just on our own pace today. But I think these will turn out so very, very well. Okay, I need to remove the glue from this one. That's my next step, and have a drink of water without spilling it. So what do we think about inverting the stars? Like I've got them here. I would like to know. So tell me about stars, yes or no. I never grabbed my adhesive remover. Okay, I know you guys now can't see this adhesive, but I can. This is going to take me forever. Maybe not. Maybe so. They look good that way. Thanks, Pamela. Come on. I think it's taking longer because they're bigger dots. But I needed to leave them to dry. Otherwise, I would have ripped the paper when I tried to remove them. Okay. Flick ends, and then I'll remove that adhesive later. I can still see adhesive. Oh, come on. This one's being a very rude child. Just this one dot. Gotcha. Right. Now, 6 more to do. God help us. That one's almost up. Next. Need to turn off my heater. They do. They do. No, not just talking, girl talk too. I didn't need to, like, there was nothing to tell you about what I was doing. And I have this innate ability to be able to then pipe in with our craftiness when I need to. Okay, I need to grab off this excess glue, and now I've got an itchy nose with glue on my hand. I don't need glue up or on my nose. Just talk amongst yourselves. Oh, nice. That sounds good. Was that leftovers, Jay? I think I've got leftover zucchini slice in the fridge. Dave and I have almost been eating it all week, but it is one of my most favourite meals. But I do kind of have a hankering for meatballs. I might make meatballs tomorrow night. Hopefully I've got energy tomorrow night because I've got my normal hospital appointment tomorrow. It shouldn't zap my energy, hopefully, which is good. Oh, come on. This one seems to be spreading, and it's always the one I can definitely see on this Sahara sand leaf. I don't know what it is about that leaf. Very rude. Okay, now test with my fingers. Got, I think, oh no, a couple of bits there. There's a couple of bits there. In the opposite direction, this one needs to be coaxed. Come on. Right. Can we just say, please learn your lesson from me? Don't do this. Because now my fingers are, that hand is kind of shot. But, not enough of it. Not enough of it, but it's all off now. Okay. Just trying to get some movement back in my fingers. I'm definitely gluing up the right edge now. Okay. Now there is no right or wrong with this one because it's not directional. It's just going to be a matter of lining it up as best I can. He's totally crooked. That's better. Yep, that's better. Do the other one. So we're doing everything in the right steps now. Do you know what? I could stamp the sentiment on this and see if it works out. So, thinking a step ahead of my gluing here, should I stamp the sentiment in cherry cobbler on this or on that? No. Tell me what you think. I'd love to hear your opinions. So we've got like green, or we've got Sahara, or neither. Okay. This I'm going to need to sandwich on the blocks. Oh wow, that's so nice. You can have them over. I can. It's only paper, right, Laurie? Ooh, nice, Jamie. Ooh, that sounds very nice. Yeah. Oh my God, Jamie. That's awesome. I have a rice cooker and it's pretty amazing because you can just set and forget and then it's going to be ready and you can work on the rest of your meal, which is awesome. Okay, so line this up as, it's not good. I'm going to smudge glue, which I did down here, but wipe it off, put on the back of my hand where it always goes. And this is why I have a block covered in adhesive, because I like to set them under the big, I think it's the E or the F block. What block is it? It's the F block. I like to sandwich it under there because it's got a good amount of weight. Oh my god, I've had quite a few. Yeah, so boring. Like making risotto. I used to love risotto, not that I can eat it now, but it was the labor-intensive stirring of risotto, because found this amazing recipe for like zucchini and bacon risotto. The best out of one of Mum's Italian cookbooks. So good. So good. We both use it, but I don't eat rice now. Way too filling for my teeny tiny stomach. Okay. I know which one I like best. Do you like gold on top or dazzling on top? I have an opinion about which one I like best, but I'd be curious to hear your opinion. Okay, while those are going, we are going to play with our sentiment. Okay, card fronts are done. Now we're on the final finishing touches, and I still haven't found those bleeding stars. They're not even on the floor because I've rolled all the way back over here. I can't find them. Oh, I found one. There's one. It must be under the card fronts. I found one. We'll find the other one. All good. You ask and you shall receive. I love that when that happens. Cherry cobbler. First one, second one. Yes, COVID has been very hard on relationships. Like my mum literally lives, well, she lives in the next street. Now this is a brand new stamp, so I'm going to take off that manufacturing film that is just left behind. So I rub it over until it becomes frosted, and then I know I've removed all of that. And I'm also going to grab a scrap of paper. If I was going directly onto white, like a scrap of white, it wouldn't bother me. But because I am going onto pattern paper, I am having some issues with this. It's the ink pad, not the stamp, because I know, see, it's very unevenly inked, and I think we're just going to have to go for it. Okay. It's just lighter on this edge, and you saw I was very thorough with my inking. Okay, so we'll do one way. Oh, the may your days be. Wow, that fits perfectly in there, in that little section there. Okay, oh, that works nicely. Let's try the other one. I don't think this side will work as well, you know, but we'll give it a whirl. Give it a whirl. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I'll punch this out and you can tell me what you think. I think it still looks good. I think I just prefer the other side. So, do you know what? I'm definitely, that's fine. That is an ivy pile one because I don't think I'll ever use that. I'll stamp it one more time on the Sahara Sand site and we've got both sentiments. Now, you know what I could do? I could mat this again. Show you what I mean. That will do. I just need to re-ink this and then butter it up big time. Use my bone folder and really work in that ink. So I'm going to leave this out and I'll do that before I put it away. And I'll do some test stamping, as well. You like it, do you? Yeah, I didn't. It was competing too much. So does that mean I send it to you then, Cindy? Okay, right. May your days be merry and bright. Is that done? Right. These bits go in recycling. Bring these over. Our stars should now be nice and well adhered. Okay, this is telling you which one I find is the favourite. Right, and this one over here. It's not that I don't dislike them, one over the other. It's just this one's my favourite. I think it has the most contrast. So this is our runner-up card. Okay, so now that I've got this like this, I will play with this one. So Cindy likes this one, so I'll do one way and one the other, and then I'll keep this as a spare. Now, we found this one. No star. No star. Seriously? I will find this other star. I think this star will then just go on this card. And when I find the other star, it'll go on this card. And I am thinking cherry cobbler. Cherry cobbler or evening evergreen or misty moonlight. It's very hard choices here, everyone. Okay, let's do some looking and seeing at which card base we shall use. Misty moonlight. Do you know what? That's a no. I know, not dark enough, I don't think. Evening evergreen. That works. Okay, and let me grab a cherry cobbler. I'll be smart to see if I actually have a card base, because I literally just replaced, well, I just added a whole pack, and I do have a card base. So I might do one of one and one of the other, and I'll choose my favourite for my favourite card. I prefer the cherry cobbler, but I don't dislike the evening evergreen. Now, this is what I was thinking while I had this down, whether I do a matte for the sentiment, because I've got a matte on the start. Everything's matted. So although I think the mats will be inverted. Scrap used. Awesome. Now that's looking better. I love my punches. Look at that. Doesn't that look spectacular? I hope I've given you some ideas, even though the papers are now very much in the background. And I will definitely grab some evening evergreen for this one. And I have the perfect size scrap to use and discard. And if it doesn't work, I'll just mat up the other Merry Christmas and grab another red. So, another cherry cobbler. Hey Cheryl, I am so sorry. So sorry, Cheryl. I've been busy making. Looks great. Punches are so much easier. Just at hand's reach. Yes. Yes, that does make it pop. Now, my question is, even though the cherry cobbler makes this pop, I don't know, because we've got this here. Yeah, I don't think this one works as well. I definitely think it needs to be the cherry cobbler because this is evening evergreen. So that can go on our other sentiment. That will be a sentiment ready to rock and roll. Because sometimes it's good just to have a ready-made sentiment ready to go. So this one definitely needs to be that. Done. Right. And of course, you know there will be dimension to these. Yes, but you've got to try it. You don't know if you don't try. Okay. Cheatsville here, because I know where this sentiment will go. Then I can just shimmy it into place. And these are similar enough that they work very well together because the shapes, so some of the elements on the shapes mimic each other. So these ones layered together quite nicely despite not being made to layer together. They do work very, very well. Okay. So while I've got this glue going, I will stick down our card front to our card base. That's one. Well, once I stick it down. And then we'll just dimensional. Beautiful, lovely. So, has this helped pairing papers together right at the start if you were here? I'm hoping I helped you pairing them together. So, what I did with these two papers is what am I doing there? I wanted to pull out the red from this pattern, which is my absolute favorite. And so I grabbed the striped paper, and then I grabbed this one, which is both of these ones, because it's a smaller pattern to this one. So normally you choose a small, medium, large, just a design principle, so the sizes of the patterns don't compete. That's just one design principle. You don't have to abide by it at all times because it doesn't always work. And then when I was looking at the In Good Taste paper, I was literally looking at a wood grain that would tone correctly and not compete with these three papers. So that was my thinking there. And then I'd already chosen our metallics, which any metallic would work with this paper, but because the wood is a warm wood, not a cool wood, I went with the gold rather than silver. So that's that and that. Now on the stars, and this little star here I would literally just set down flat because there's quite a lot going on this card. These stars really are literally the star of the show. What punches did I use? I used the Everyday Label and the Label Me Fancy Lovely. If someone could please check that in the catalogue, because there are two Label Me and I can never remember which one's which because I only own one, although I do really like the other one as well. But anyway, we shall not go there. I do have, although I've got room for more punches, I don't need any more. Oh, that's awesome, Jamie. Have fun back at work. Have a productive day. Hey, Barbara, if I didn't see you, no, live so close. I was very close to you and Heidi the other day. I was so tempted to break the rules and get hugs, but I had David in the car and he said, no, don't. This is crooked. Oh well. It's handmade, isn't it, guys? Handmade, not Hallmark. Okay, now I'm definitely going to pop this on the side. I'm just going to tuck it under. Lovely. So, Christmas in July, done and dusted. Be aware that on the 25th, this one's stuck on crooked too. On the 25th, which is this Sunday, the new Christmas Stampathon challenge will be live. I'm not going to tell you what. I've done mine. I made 8 cards. I've done my video. I have, I'm all taken photos. I just need to edit my video and write my blog post. This one star is still here. I will find that other star. And I'm just going to, now I have a tip for you here. I'm going to leave that glue dot there for a couple of seconds, let it get tacky, and then put the star on it, so then it doesn't slide around and move and be a pain in the behind. Because quite often, same goes with sequins. Put the dots down where you want to put it, then take whatever tool you use, whether it's your fingers to attach said items, and pop it down, and it did not pop back up, which quite often happens. And give it a press down, and that is there. So very, very happy with that. So we've got our 3 elements. We've got our star, our little star, and our sentiment. This one looks fine with 2, and when I find our other piece, I will add it there. So These are the 2 cards we've made. Let's go through what I have used. I've used the Christmas Tidings dies. Yep, I added all of those. So the Christmas Tidings dies. We used the In Good Taste paper and the Tidings of Christmas paper. So I'm going to pop that there. We used our 2 punches, which is the the everyday label and the Label Me fancy punch. Thank you. Hey, Dion, thanks for joining. Thank you for the name of the punch. I could use ribbon as well and make it a shooting star, but would you believe I don't own any cherry cobbler ribbon? Just telling you that. And then our shimmery bits came from the gold and rose gold specialty foil and the bee dazzling. So this gorgeous bee dazzling will be available in our celebration offering next month. And the stamp set that we used is the Tidings of Christmas. So these 3 go together in a bundle, I think. You can get them as a suite or you can bundle these together, but the paper is also available. So thank you so much for joining me. I will be back on Monday. My pleasure. It was a really good chat about our childhood shows. I really, really enjoyed our TV show chat. So thank you so much. Oh, thank you. I'm glad. I really do hope, even if you don't have a chance to craft like right now, that my videos certainly give you some ideas sloshing around in your head that you can then use when you have the time. So thank you so much for joining me. Have a great weekend. Any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. And don't forget you can purchase these products in my online store. Thanks.